this waiting, all this killing time, all this holding on to secrets and drawing lines. And I don't know how it ever came to this.
Yeah, I did found the band with the idea that we would play live, and didn't really know where that was going to take us, because I just really wanted to play wherever I was making a movie or wherever I happened to be for any extended amount of time. I wanted to connect with that particular community. So it was all about live. It was never about making a record, but when we finally did make our first one, people began to take notice, and we began to get requests to go around the world, and that really basically led to the tour with Turn It On in Europe that really blew us all away. We were all so happy coming off that tour, the way Europe received us, that we always are thinking, how are we going to get back there? Well, it's when you talk about what's the best experience that you have on a tour, it's really hard to nail that down, because we treat every night differently. Even though you're sometimes hearing some of the same songs, we're always trying to put new songs in the set, but the experience is really the people. And I just, by the end, when people are up on their feet, when we're told that they normally don't do that, that's always made us feel really great. It's made us feel like we've been able to do our job. And for me, seeing that actually happen, I can't explain the distance we've traveled from the point of just picking up the guitar and learning it to now playing around the world. Well, people ask all the time about the difference between being on a movie set versus being on stage live, and sometimes people refer to it as being artificial. It's real what happens on a movie set, but you're doing it in a vacuum. You're doing it by yourself. There's no drum beat. There's no crowd clapping. So playing live has had its own rewards that that I guess I always tell people, if you imagine what it's like to be in front of 30,000 people or even 300, if you think that would be exciting, the answer is yes. It's more exciting than you can possibly imagine. And to be bringing your music, not someone else's, but your music, original compositions, has been really the most gratifying. Yeah, people have asked us about this new record, From Where I Stand, if we were able to build on our tour. And obviously anybody that goes out builds on the tour. Some people think maybe this record's even more electric. I can't really speak to that. I know the opening song, which we love a lot, Indian Summer, isn't a hard rocker. So a lot of times people like to lead off a record with a song that they know is going to grab attention. But this band has a lot of confidence, and so we started off with a more mellow type of song, Indian Summer, but there are people that have remarked that it's more electric. I really can't speak to that. It's just a set of songs that we thought were good enough to make it into a record. Well, we don't go into the studio not knowing what we really want to do. I mean, people ask, how do you prepare for going in the studio? The truth is we do prepare, because we don't go in there, because I don't have the time to actually go in and see what bubbles up. See, not really know what we're going to play and then think, well, it'll just come to us once we're in the studio. That's really not how it's not how we go about it. Sometimes we'll go in with 15, 16 songs knowing that we're going to have to get it down to 10, and we apply ourselves to all 16 songs. But those songs we've really been working on those songs while we're on the road, while we're in the trailer, in between shows, and seeing how they develop. And sometimes we even try them out on the road. I find that they're always better on the record if I've been able to play them live somewhere.